What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction and welcome back to another Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated video, and this one is quite a doozy because after pretty much a month and a half of pretty much getting nothing for this game, because this game honestly has just been broken for a long time, and it's really nice to know that they finally have a patch for at least the Xbox One and the PS4 editions. As for the Nintendo Switch version of Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, we're not going to get much yet, at least until like the 10 days are up. So that's what they said. They basically said that we're gonna get this game within 10 days or less, or a little bit more maybe. And honestly, that's alright with me, mainly because, you know, the Nintendo Switch is probably the most buggiest version of Battle for Bikini Bottom. So I think, yeah, it's for the best that we get it a little bit later. But anyways, we do have a lot of fixes for the Xbox, PS4, and probably the PC editions as well. So let's actually get into them real quick. So before we get into it, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated news, as well as make sure to follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. So let's begin. So I know I probably said the PC version has its changes too, but I was actually wrong. So it does say PS4 and Xbox versions. So the PS4 version says 0.01.03. The Xbox version says 1.0.0.5. So those two are the numbers, or basically the version numbers of their designated consoles. So let's begin with the patch notes. So the first one actually involves a fix to reduce the chances of a corrupt save file. So this is something I've never actually experienced before. I'm sure other people have. So basically what would happen here is that if you try to enter your file, it would say it's corrupt. So basically you have to start all over again. So yeah, it's a good thing that they actually fixed this, and you know, I'm happy that no one's going to be able to experience this ever again. So the second fix that they have here is probably one of the most notable ones, and this is one that was highly requested by like pretty much everyone in the community. It says, added the option to replay robo bosses after their first defeat. A lot of people were complaining about this because, you know, some people wanted to see that 100% ending that you get once you defeat Robot Spongebob, but they weren't able to if they defeated them previously. So for example, let's say you go in to defeat Robot Spongebob at the, like maybe at the special amount of 75, right? And you know, you want to come back to beat the boss again to see the cutscene when you've gone all spatulas, it wouldn't let you because it'll just basically take you into an empty room where there's literally like nothing there. And it wasn't just for completion purposes as well. Sometimes people get bored and, you know, they just want to fight the bosses as fast as they can. Or, you know, they just want to do it just for fun. Like, who really knows? But, like, having the option to refight all those bosses should have been a given within the start. So the third change was another requested one because, you know, a lot of people that play multiplayer within this game are kind of tired of hearing the rock bottom music over and over again. So the change that they made here is that it now cycles through the entire soundtrack. So I'm not 100% sure what this means. I get what it means, like, you know, it plays every type of song, but I'm not sure how it's going to work. So my best guess is that whenever the song ends, it'll, you know, just shuffle on to the next song. Or if, you know, if you start a new multiplayer game or lobby, it's gonna, you know, stay with that music for pretty much the entire game, I guess. So yeah, maybe it's going to play one song throughout the entire multiplayer game, or maybe it's going to just cycle through them like whenever the song finishes. So the next fix that they have here is that they added more concept art to the theater. Okay, so this was a major complaint within this game for me because, you know, I grinded a long time to get those 40,000 shiny objects to unlock the theater because I was interested in seeing what kind of new concept art they had for the rehydrated version of this game. But, you know, when we actually got in, it was just terrible. It was just basic screenshots of the game. So what this fix adds is it basically adds a lot more concept art than there already was. So I am actually looking forward to see what kind of new art that they have within the theater. I'm hoping it's a lot more expansive than it was before. So the next fix that is presented within this patch note is probably some feature that actually was very requested because of how tedious it was. And basically they reduced the amount of shinies needed to buy spatulas from Mr. Krabs. So of course, as you guys know who've completed this game already, you would agree with me that, you know, getting all the shiny objects for Mr. Krabs was a pain in the ass because it is far worse than it was before. So let's be honest here, you know, like the last amount that you had to get for the last spatula was like what, 24,000? So I'm hoping that they reduced it finally to how it should be in the original game. The next fix involves an exploit that was found in Kelp Forest. I'm not really aware of this exploit. I don't think I've ever seen it before. But yeah, apparently there was an exploit and they fixed it. The next one says it fixed a bug where physics in combination with tikis caused a black screen. Like I said, I've never, experienced that either. So I'm sure someone has. You guys could let me know down in the comments. And here's another one that says fixed a bug where the spatula count in-game was different to the one in the save game file. So I'm assuming maybe sometimes, let's say if you had like 99 spatulas and for some reason your save file says you have like 80 something. I'm not sure how that works, but yeah, they fixed something like that. And here's another issue that they fixed, and I believe a subscriber actually told me about this one within the live stream. So this fix basically says, it fixed an issue where you cannot complete the master shutdown button in the Murmur. So I'm not 100% sure what happened here. Maybe a lot of people already pressed all the buttons and, the master shutdown button did not open up once that happened. So I'm assuming that they fixed it and you guys should be good by now. So the next bug that was actually fixed was one where I guess the ball from the library of Spongebob's house would not respawn. I've never dealt with that one before, but I don't see why anyone would ever have an issue like that. If it says respawn, that means, it comes out again. But, like I said, I don't know how that one works. So if it's fixed, it's another bug that's fixed. So let's just enjoy it while we can. So the next issue that they fixed is where the game would crash if you trigger a button during the loading screen. So I never experienced this. I usually don't even touch a button whenever it's loading. And plus, if you have an Xbox version of this game, it's extremely fast. So really, it's going to load faster than you can even push a button. So the next thing that they changed was that they balanced the Seesaw, Mesa, and Jellyfish fields. And this was one that actually did need a change because of how bad the physics were whenever you jumped on the seesaw. So this was a huge issue because the physics when it came to the jumping was extremely shortened whenever you were on the seesaw, to the point where you couldn't even make it to the cliff and you would end up falling down all the way back to the beginning of the area, and it pissed a lot of people off. So now that they have this balance, I'm sure the jumping is going to be a lot better now. So the next bug that they fixed is where the power crystals were not being counted correctly. I think I actually experienced this one specifically because when I was doing a live stream and I was in the Kelp Forest, I actually miscounted how many crystals I actually had. And it was weird because the crystal that's all the way on the top of the cave, where you actually have to use the vine to actually climb up to get it, for some reason I just missed it. And I jumped, I don't know, it's very hard to explain, but I jumped like towards it and it just never got collected for me, so I had to go back again and do it. So the next fix here is something that a lot of people, or basically speedrunners, are going to be pissed about. It says it fixed a bug where you could travel to locked locations on the map. So basically, like, there was a bug out there that where you were able to exploit, and you were basically able to teleport to any part in the game that you haven't reached yet. So let's say if you want to go to the Chum Bucket lab immediately, you were able to do that. And this is something that will piss off a lot of speedrunners, because they were able to finish the game within like 2 minutes, and now they're not going to be able to do that. So now they're going to have to find a new way to speedrun the game. I'm not really too surprised about this specific fix because I knew this was something that was going to be like patched eventually. So the next thing that they fixed was, it says fix some achievement unlocking issues. So I don't know what the heck they're talking about here, but I think I've actually gotten all the achievements, maybe except for one. But yeah, apparently a lot of people were having some issues collecting certain achievements even after they already beat the requirement. So if they fix this, that's good for us. I mean, it's not really much of a major fix, but it's there. So the final bug that they have for the patch notes, it says it fixed a bug where the game crashed when enemies targeted the player. So I don't know when this happened, but I'm assuming sometimes, or like once in a blue moon, whenever an enemy or like a robot spotted you, the game would crash. I'm not sure how that worked, but yeah, I guess it was a bug that happened, and now it's fixed. So yes. So yeah, these are the patch notes for the Xbox One and the PS4. I hope you guys are enjoying them. And as for the Nintendo Switch users, just don't worry about it. In about 10 days or more, or slightly less, there will be a patch update for you guys as well. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. So I hope you guys subscribe for more Battle for Bikini Bomb Rehydrated content, and also be sure to check out my Battle for Bikini Bomb Rehydrated Let's Play. I'll have a playlist in the description below. But anyways, my name is Triforce Addiction. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you.